Hi, this is Trinity with Precise Pantograph System. I am here with Linda Vermette, and Linda is the Innova rep for all of Idaho. Thank you for being with us, Linda.
Thank you.
So we just put the Precise Pantograph System onto your Innova.
Yes.
What model Innova do you have?
I have the 18-inch, so I have the smaller one, and it has the lightning stitch on it for the precise stitching.
Okay. And now we've got a little different system going with Innovas, and I'm going to go in close. For Innovas sit higher up off of the tables than most other machines, so the clamping system is a little different, but it still holds the PPS system directly on behind your machine, close up to the back, and you want to make sure that you have the correct bolt size. I'm also going to show you the laser. The Innova laser hooks into the side of the machine where your normal light does, and we actually have it attached with a hose clamp. You could actually just use a piece of tape if you wanted to. So, first impressions, Linda. What's your first impression of the PPS?
Well, my first impression that I got out of it was how sturdy it is. It's made really well, and so it isn't a flimsy piece of attachment. This is something that's not going to warp. It's something that's steady, and it's something that when you sit behind it and you actually start using it, has a real comfortable feel to it, and very easy to use, easy to glide, and it's really convenient to be able to sit and do it. People who have back problems or hip problems like I do, this is really a lifesaver, because I gave up doing pantographs because of the standing and twisting at the same time.
And so you have trouble standing up and doing a pantograph from the rear?
Yes, I do. Because I can't twist. I don't have the mobility to twist from the hip. And so I gave up doing them because I couldn't do that.
Okay, well, we're going to give you, this is your first time doing this.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to shut the camera off for a couple minutes and give you about a 12-inch practice piece that you can get the feel, okay. And then we'll come back.
Okay. First pantograph I've ever done.
Ever?
Ever.
Awesome. How does it feel?
It feels good. I'll get more relaxed as I get used to it, you know. But it's not as bad as when I tried quilting on a domestic machine.
And that was good. When you get to the points, stop, hesitate, anticipate that big curve. Try and make it as fluid as possible, and bring yourself down and hesitate, and then anticipate. If you keep your eyes about ½ an inch to an inch in front of you, you can usually see. Now this is a long sweeping, and this is a pretty intricate. There are pieces that are pretty close together, and I did this on purpose to you, Linda, because if I gave you something that was really easy, you wouldn't be able to really test this.
Get the feel of it, yeah.
And anticipate your circle and swing it around. Anticipate your next circle and swing it around.
And it's starting to hit my arm.
Okay. And then you, as soon as you need to, you just stop at a good spot and then move your chair. Okay, so you've done probably 12 inches.
Yeah. Interesting.
What do you think?
I like it. I like it. I think, you know, it's like anything. Whoever buys one, if they've not done pantographs, they're going to have to be willing to practice. And this is the, you know, I have not done pantographs, so I need to practice because I'm not as good at the anticipating the curves and so on as they're coming up. So people just need to practice, but I don't think that it'll take a lot of practice because it's comfortable. And by comfortable, I mean it's easy to use. It's not fighting you and you're not fighting it. It's flowing, and if you let it flow and flow with it, it works just fine.
And so probably if I wasn't here, you'd probably have a glass of wine and be a little more comfortable and have your music on.
Oh, absolutely. Probably
Okay.
a glass of vodka.
I'll join you. Okay, so I'm going to ask one more thing of you. If you would move your rolly chair out of the way.
Okay.
And I would just like you, the way that your machine was intended to do pantographs, because now you kind of had the feel of what we have. We know that you have a little twisting and turning.
It's a little twisting and turn. I could do it for a while, but it's a couple of things that I have a difficult time with when I'm doing a pantograph standing. One is that it has to do with the field of vision. So if, like me, you wear bifocals, and you're changing, the vision from top to bottom constantly, it distorts what you're seeing, and so it distorts what you get. So that's one thing that bothers me. The other thing is it just isn't a natural stance to stand there with your head crooked to the side.
How long do you think that you could stand there if you didn't have...
If I didn't have my hip problem,
right.
I could probably stand for a long time and do it. But the thing is that later on you go, oh, I've got a little crick in my neck, and you feel it. You would really feel it, because it's not a natural position. We're sitting down and having it right in front of you. You can see what you're doing very conveniently. You're not twisting to see it. That makes it a natural movement. As standing and twisting, and even just if you just do your neck, that's not a comfortable. That's not a normal position.
And standing and holding the handles, does that feel like a normal way that you would trace something?
No, and I would think that your arms would get tired after a while.
So let me switch around here. So that part of it we can kind of see, and this is not an unusual machine. The Innova is a great machine, and it has the basic handles that all the machines have. So we can kind of see that. Now if you wouldn't mind sitting in your rolling chair and taking a hold of the precise pantograph system and give me the same critique. And I have to be honest that, you need to be honest with our viewers.
Well, it's my reputation too, so I certainly would not say something I didn't believe. The thing I like is that, one, my hands are resting comfortably. So it's not pulling on my shoulders. I don't have the weight of my arms. So it's resting comfortably on the table. And so to me, the advantage of sitting like this, there are a couple. First of all, my hand is comfortable. It's right here. I'm not bearing the weight. And if I'm doing this for hours, it's not putting a strain on my shoulder or my neck. The other thing is, literally, the laser is right in front of my nose. I'm not having to change vision fields, and I'm also not having to twist my head to be able to see where I'm going. Being able to look ahead and anticipate the curves and so on, that's right in my field of vision, so it's a comfortable stance, and it's, you're following your nose. It's just that easy.
I like that. Now, one thing I want to point out also to our viewers is Linda installed a grid pattern work, such as what I have on my machine at home. And there is a couple of things that I will say to users for that. It makes lining up your pantographs really, really easy, that you can keep them straight. But it also, if you have the bifocals, does create that you have to look through those lines. So you have to find out if you can possibly, if your field of vision can see through the blue lines, or some people may have to put the pantograph on top of it and line it up from the top side.
I like it from underneath because I know it's straight. I think the blue lines are fine.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, and we will check back with you after this quilt is done and get the end result.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for doing this.